Hey guys, alright, so we're not going to go with the usual intro. I do plan on starting a new project. Finally, I'm actually able to get around to working on my cars, which is a very rare occasion. But we're going to actually go ahead and dive into taking parts off the silver car and swapping them onto the red car because I do plan on getting rid of the silver car. And before I do that, I'm just going to go ahead and get a few parts off of them. This is going to be kind of its own little, whatever they call it, own little series, I guess. And so separate from the channel, I don't know, same channel, but it's just going to be my stuff, which is pretty cool. Finally able to get a chance to work on these, but let's go ahead and dive into that.
Hey, what's up guys? Josh here, back out in the garage. This time with something a little different, okay? If you look behind me, I have red one. And then what was supposed to be loose silver. Not sure if I told y'all the story, but the reason for this car was I found it. Really good deal, or so I thought. Ended up getting screwed on this car. Nonetheless, the plan was to go ahead and make this full race and keep this one as my drag and drive type vehicle. I don't know. Marketplace still exists. I'm still on it. I found a 2018 Mustang GT. Just had to have it. Couldn't live without it. So I also bought that one. So in total, I think I bought 3 Mustangs in a year's time frame. White one, obviously really cool. Runs, drives. Nice car. So I'm going to keep that one. Red one, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. Actually sentimental to me. So keeping that one. The green one that I had purchased, I sold that one. That was just going to be a parts car. Anyways, that was another New Edge. I'd sold that car. And then this silver one here. The silver one actually had some pretty cool things on it. And I know I won't be able to get my monies back out of this car. So I'm going to take a couple things off of this, being the K member. Might be about it, honestly. K member out of this car, and the rack and pinion. Okay, so what's going to happen is red one is going to get a K member finally. I LS swapped this. It has the factory V6 K member in it still. Also still has the LS motor in it currently, so this should be entertaining. Taking it out of the silver one should be easy. Putting it in this one, I have no clue. No clue really how I'm going to do that. But that is only one of the things I had planned for this car. So far, this ar has gone a 6.0 at 114, I think. It actually has slower mile per hour with the 6.0. It has been 117, I think, at like a 620 or 16. But yeah, this car, I mean, I've exceeded what it can do as of right now. As far as the turbo setup goes, that's the most restricting portion. The 2 major things I know this car needs is a new turbo and a new torque converter. All right, those 2 things is going to change the game for me for sure. I'm still not out here beating anybody that this car can enter a class with. That's why I did attempt to go with the daily driver. The 4L80 just didn't work out for me. And we decided to go full race. That means I can get rid of all the fancy stuff that I've been keeping in this car for years. All right, so AC's coming out, power steering's coming out. That's going to save a lot of weight off the nose. Swapping the K member, that's also going to save a lot of weight. What else we got? Literally all I want for the front pulleys is a tensioner of sorts, and I may just make a bracket that I could tighten the alternator. And so I got lower pulley alternator. That's going to be it. I do plan to have an electric water pump on it. these are plans as of right now. I don't make any money doing this yet, but you guys are helping, or you're the start of the help anyways. So I definitely appreciate you guys tuning in and watching this stuff. I know most of my content hasn't been very exciting, or at least the cars haven't been, but these are pretty cool cars. These are, this is what I do. This is why I wake up in the morning, aside from my family. I work on everybody else's junk so I can put money into this. All right, this is what I do. But we're gonna see what we can come up with. All right, first step first is going to be go ahead and get the cross member out of the silver car somehow. We'll see. Take a look at this. This car has been sitting in my backyard. Yeah, pretty much since I got it. So don't mind all the pine needles and stuff, but in order to get this K-member out, and the way I'm going to do it is there's 2 big bolts along this side, same thing along this side. There's 2 smaller bolts behind it, 2 smaller bolts behind that, brake lines, and I think just the strut bolts, which I'm going to do from the tower. I think that's it. I don't know, it doesn't seem like a whole lot, but yeah, I just fished all those lines out. And remember guys, if you haven't heard it in a while, Kroil, okay? When it comes to taking these brake lines out, all right, prior to me finding Kroil in my life and accepting it into my soul, focus now. Focus. All right, anyways, you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. You guys get it? You guys get it? Focus. Okay, these right here, I had rounded off so many. All right, I'm done trying to focus on that. So many of those, okay? Because even though we know we're supposed to use brake line wrenches or line wrenches, whatever they're called, I don't know the actual term because I don't use the proper tools, but I do use Kroil, okay? As long as you use Kroil, you can use the wrong tools, it doesn't matter. But while I'm thinking about it, just because I think these came from Nagasaki or something like that. This just so happens to be the same can that Thomas Giddens bought for me years ago. Right. Just a dabble deal. Shoot them down with some Kroil. And it's not like you have to let them sit. I can go ahead and whack those off right now at the impact. I got 2 more bolts on the bottom. I'm gonna get my jack under here, support the bottom, get 2 more bolts, and then come up here and we'll drop this, hopefully. Not bad. All right, as I stated, there's a right way and a wrong way to do things. You're watching the wrong way. Did I look up how to do this? No, I did not. Should I lower my car back down? Probably. I was really just concerned about that side, honestly. as far as my strut goes, I didn't want my strut hitting my car over here, my good one. Not my good car. Alright, and so we're gonna see how this goes with holding. You guys getting rained on out there? Daggone it. Hold on, I'll be right with you. Alright. Ooh. Man, you gotta say something. I'm sitting out there in the rain, bunch of goobers. See how it goes. So now, I think the only point of contact we really have is going to be the steering shaft, which I believe just slides in and out. So as I lower my jack, it should slide out, but then that's probably going to cause it to rotate backwards. This may require more than one hand, but I don't want to leave you guys out of this. All right, we're twisting the jack, lowering the jack, and jack's no longer touching. Oh, crud. Okay, so. Holding me up something fierce, huh? I just need y'all to be close. I wasn't expecting it to come off of that portion. But whatever. Off is off, right? So at this point, we should be fully disconnected from the car. Okay, that's kind of what I was waiting on. Same thing on the other side. Ish, maybe. Maybe. Alright, cool. Let's see if we can grab this joker all the way out. Let's get it out from underneath the car. Oh no, not my brake line. I ain't rich in brake fluid. Stay. That's the tires, guys, not me. Hey, whoa, not that car either, bro. Chill. Okay. So, as I stated, I don't know that was the right way. But I will say I had put a little bit of thought into it. And that's exactly how I thought it was going to go. So it seems like a win. Okay. Unfortunately, that was the easier of the two. Like I said, this one still has a motor in it. Oof. I don't know if I'm going to do that one tonight. But at least I'm making progress. As the goal is definitely to line this old heifer up some. Alright guys, so while editing this video, I didn't realize that it kind of just cut short there for some reason. Anyways, until the next video, peace.